those of us who are in law enforcement, we have our boots on the ground. This is not just a problem at the border. This is equally a problem in the interior. I mean, how many moms or dads have gone to wake up their young adult children who might be living in their home because they hadn't gotten up yet and found out that they're not going to get up because they died of an overdose while they were sleeping in bed? This is happening all over the country with our opioid crisis. How many angel moms and dads have we seen who have lost their kids, who will never have a birthday or baptism with them, or maybe even know a grandchild or a spouse that they would have had, because Congress continues to ignore the impacts of this on the very people they were paid and elected to serve. And so for us in law enforcement, we're done with this. We've had it. We've watched for 20 years these communities, our communities, deteriorating with gang violence, transnational gangs coming in, the opioid crisis out of control. Massachusetts, Liz, is 2,200 miles from the border, about a 38-hour drive from the southern border. In Massachusetts, we're the 7th highest rate of drug overdoses in the nation. We are the 2nd most common place that you will go and find fentanyl. And 90% of that is coming from the southern border. How could anybody who's been elected to Congress, who took the same oath that we did as sheriffs, as law enforcement, say that I don't really care about that? I'm more interested in my politics. And you know what? Tomorrow, if there's another angel mom or dad that'll join that group, well, so be it. Well, we got too many angel moms and dads, and now we have angel children. I have a mother, a single mother, who on Father's Day, about 2 years ago, had called her father and said, "Dad, I'm not going to make it over on Father's Day, but I'll come the following day." Her father didn't like it. He drove to her where she lived. She got out of her car when she was getting her groceries to bring in the house. She had a 2-year-old daughter. Her father shot and killed her right there in the parking lot. And this is a guy who was deported, came back, had done 10 years for attempted murder prior to this. And this is what we're dealing with. Now we have angel children. When is Congress going to care enough about the very people that they were elected to represent, like this president is? President Trump, from day one, has looked at the problems and said, this is what I'm going to do, and he hasn't deviated. And God bless him, because what he's doing is he's fighting for us, and he has the people in mind when it comes to getting these solutions done, not whether or not he has to scratch this back or scratch that back. He doesn't have time for it, and most business people who come from that model don't. And it's about time we had somebody in government who was leading, as this president is, to fix problems instead of ignoring them or creating more, because all you want to do is play politics.